Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 26 of the Journeyman Sports Podcast. We have something very, very special today with someone, that I've known for a very long time. Met him in seventh grade, the man, the myth, the legend, D1 football player, my best friend, Grant Page. Very happy to have him on the show today. Happy that me and Garrett can both be on. We're gonna do a little interview. Just kind of get to know the guy that's sitting right next to me. And I thought this would be very, bring to attention and for the channel and everything. So yeah, Garrett, you got anything to say, bro?
Nah,
Before we get started?
I'm ready to get into it. Thank you again, Grant, for coming on.
For
We
sure,
appreciate
for
it.
sure, for sure, for
Got
sure,
to,
for
got
sure.
to,
Locked
got
in,
to, bro.
locked in,
Got to,
for
yeah.
sure.
So, no, basically, bro, we just wanted to, kind of start off the interview. Give people an insight of, how you kind of got your passion and love for football. What made you kind of really decide like
Mm.
this is something you really want to commit your life to and like do, moving forward. Kind of get, where you got your passion from.
Yeah, so I've been playing football for a while now. Since I was a little kid. My big brother really introduced me to the game because he played before me. So I just watching him play. I just love the game of football. Well, I love watching college. I love watching college. Wanted to do. I started playing. I started working hard. I just fell in love with the game. All the opportunities it brings to you too. So yeah, I'm just really blessed to be in this position to be here, be able to play college football today.
Yeah, bro. I mean, like, do you have like any specific moment that you think you can remember of like, or like a time period where you can remember like that's where you got your passion from? Like, was there a moment where you're like, yeah, this is what I want to do?
Mm, I think it was in high school.
High school?
It's probably like my either my freshman or sophomore year. I was, because my brother was also a big basketball player,
Hmm.
so I always wanted to take the basketball route because he went to college for basketball. So I was really just more focused on basketball. Then I think it was freshman year we was playing. I couldn't remember who, but I made this big catch. I went over this dude and caught the ball, and then ever since then I realized this is what I want to do. I love this feeling. And then fast forward a couple years, the
Yeah,
Boulder
bro.
Ferry game,
Yeah.
big rivalry. I scored like two, 3 touchdowns. And just the love from the crowd, from everybody. It just made me fall in love with that. So that's what I
Yeah,
think
bro.
really got me
Dang.
going.
Yeah.
I had a I had
For
one
anyone
question
who
real
doesn't
quick.
know, yeah, yeah, of course.
So
And for anyone who doesn't know, I'm sorry. When he says Fairview and Boulder, I just want to explain. That's like our high school rivalry. Our
Yeah,
big
Boulder Ferry
high
high
school
school
rivalry.
rivalry. High school rivalry.
So, Garrett,
so kind of like Kay was talking about with finding that passion in a certain timepiece. Like, was there a certain time where you just knew like you were that much better than like all the people you were like playing against? Because I know a lot of athletes have said there's like a certain age where they realized they were kind of different from everybody else. So was there a certain moment for you where you felt like I can do this at a really high level? Or
Yeah, for sure. Growing up, I was always, a little bit taller than everybody, a little bigger than everybody. And then, so I always knew I was blessed. I was blessed with some, athleticism. So then I just, try to put, hard work into it and just see how, just see where that takes me. Because, talent, like physical gifts, can only get you so far. The place I want to go, my mind, I knew I had to put in that extra time, do all that extra work to get to where I want to be.
do you like you said that like you are always more like a little bit faster, a little bit taller, and things
Yeah, a
like
little
that.
faster.
But
Yeah.
when did you kind of start to see that like pay off for you on the field, and kind of like receive some accolades and things like that, like some awards, and kind of get noticed for what you were doing, and
Yeah.
like kind of realize like,
Um.
oh shoot, this is actually something I could do if I really put my mind to
Yeah.
it.
I think it was my sophomore year, our sophomore year, and that's when I had a really good season, really good season. And then I got a bunch of scholarship offers after my sophomore season of high school. I was only what was me in sophomore, like 14,
Yeah,
15.
yeah, yeah.
I was 14, 15-year-old getting Division 1, Power 5 offers, and then like I just had to like sit down I really got blessed. I got blessed. I'm blessed to be in this position, and the hard work. I got putting more work now. I got to go even harder at this
Mhm.
because then I could see like where I could really go. I really could take it this far. So
Yeah, for
I think
sure.
I think that's where it came
And
from.
just for obviously, I've seen, I saw the journey and everything, but for the people at home and for Garrett and everything, just to give them an idea of like, your skill level and your talent. I know you're a humble person, but
Yeah,
could you just name some of the accolades that you or like awards that you got through like high school and
yeah.
everything, and like
So
things that you accomplished?
I got all state my sophomore, junior. I didn't get my senior because I got hurt the whole season, and then I broke I broke like three or four receiving records at Fairview High School. And at Fairview we only throw the ball, so I broke a lot of records there. I back to back a thousand plus yard seasons. Um, and I ended high school with like 15 offers,
Hmm.
15 Division 1 offers. And I think like 13 of those were Power 5. So I'm just blessed, truly
Yes, sir.
blessed.
Yes,
You're
sir.
like a freaking video game character. Jeez.
I'm just blessed, man. Yeah,
He puts that work in,
he
man. He puts
does.
that work in.
Yeah,
And I know Garrett. I know Garrett has more things to ask. Just from an outside, because I
Yeah.
mean, you and Garrett know of each other, but
yeah, yeah, for
you
sure.
guys, haven't actually had a chance to talk and things like that. Um, and so he's kind of learning things as we go too, as to Grant's whole backstory and things like that. Um, but I think something that we should definitely talk about, bro, is you know you're you're at CU now,
Yeah, University of Colorado. Yep.
at CU Boulder, and obviously we know all the craziness that's come along with that. But before CU, there was a time period where you were kind of looking at other options, and you thought your path might be going a different way.
Hmm.
Um, so if you could just talk a little bit about that and what kind of got in the way of that, and
Like the recruiting process.
yeah, just like kind of your whole mindset through that time, because I think with every thing that is good that happens, a lot of time we got to go through the bad stuff to get there. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know just maybe if you could talk about like your kind of like mindset during that time, and kind of how you got out of that like tougher time and the things that were going on during that time that led you to where you are now.
Like after I got hurt and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got my senior high school. I think it was week 4 or 5. I tore my ACL middle of the game. I'll just run down the field, playing it wrong, stepped on some foot, something like a wrong angle, pop. I popped my knee out, and then it was big. It was tough for me because going through high school, you just waiting for your senior year to snap. Win a
Yeah.
state championship, because that's the only thing that was in my mind. I really did, because like I knew I was playing after high school, but I would just focus on winning with my brothers. Just winning like the kids I grew up with. The kids that I've been playing with since I was a little kid. I was just focus on winning games with my friends, like my best friends.
Yes, sir.
So then I got hurt, and then like it was tough for me because being like, because I'm like an active person. I like to do stuff. I like to walk around. So after tearing your knee up, you can't walk for about how many, like 6 weeks? Can't walk for 6 weeks.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
tough.
good bit of time.
You say exactly what you did to your knee?
Yeah, I tore my ACL and meniscus,
Ooh.
and then I was hurt. Middle of the season, so I'd have watched my brothers, my teammates play the rest of the season without me. That was that. That was hard for me because I wish I was out there playing with them, but I just kept my faith in God. That's really what got me through the hard time, just being hurt, and then being hurt, I decommitted from, because I was really decommitted to University of Nebraska, so I decommitted from University of Nebraska just because I felt that wasn't the right path for me at the time. And then, going through a bunch of stuff, I just thought that staying home and playing in front of my friends and family and everybody that cares about me would be the best decision for me. So then I committed to University of Colorado. I flipped on signing day, and the rest is history. Rest is history
Yes,
for sure.
sir. Yes, sir.
So
Yeah, man.
I got one quick question. You kind of talked about the Nebraska and the Colorado, but for a lot of us normal people, me included, don't have the 15 D1 offers. So I know we see a lot on Instagram and stuff from a lot of different people about, we see the recruiting process, the pictures, the traveling and all that. So what was that really like for you, being 16 and 17-year-old and you're talking to some of the best teams, best coaches in the country. What was that like for you?
Um, first off, it was truly a blessing that every school that recruited me, every school that like reached out to me. But it's crazy. Like you little kid, you outside. You're not a little kid, but you're a teenager.
Yeah.
You in the you in the front yard playing the hoops, shooting the hoops, and then like University of Nebraska calls your phone and says we want to offer you the Division One scholarship, and they're like, oh, and just like I think that's where my life really changed around, because I've opportunity to do something way bigger than what I think I can do. Now I actually have opportunity to do what I want to do. So you just got to all other crap. You got to put that all the other crap. You got to put that aside. You got to focus. You got to do good in school. You go make your body healthy. You can't put bad things in your body. You can't do none of that stuff. You got to just stay focused, stay locked in, because the blessings that God gives you, He can take away just like that too. So
Mm-hmm.
And you're someone that has
yeah,
bro. I also just like I think it's because not everyone, and even you, like you knew, like growing up, you look up to like college football
yeah.
players,
You look up
NFL
to
players. When
everybody.
when
Yeah,
you see
everybody,
when you see
everybody.
someone making some cool catch on television or something, you're like, man, I'm gonna do that one day. You know what I'm
Exactly,
saying? And
exactly.
so like explain to us and the audience and stuff at home what it's like to like stand on the field with the crowd and
Yeah,
everything, the whole atmosphere. Like even though last season may not have been I know you redshirted and things like that, but even though last year may not have been the team success that y'all wanted, like what is it like running out the tunnel and having like all the fans, having
yeah.
the band playing, like everything like that. Like give us your like personal feelings
Yeah,
on that.
so if y'all didn't know, at the University of Colorado, we run out with Ralphie, big ass Buffalo, every home game, And I remember my first game, I ran out, and I was a little nervous because doing all warm ups, there was like, I think there was a good amount of people, but it wasn't really crowded. And then right when I ran out for the first time, it was just thousands and thousands of people screaming, jumping. The band was playing. It's just something. It's
Yeah.
something I would cherish forever, remember forever. It was just truly a blessing just to be able to run out there. Everyone's screaming. Everyone looking at you. So I think it was really cool. It was really cool. Yeah, it's something I'm gonna cherish the rest of my life.
Hell
That kind
yeah,
of
bro.
moments.
Yeah.
I got one quick one, real quick. So you're talking about, the thousands and thousands of fans and all that, and that kind of made me think like, being going from high school to college, like it's a little bit different with the red shirt and the injury and all that. But what are some of the biggest differences that you've noticed from more specifically from a football standpoint in terms of high school versus college so far?
Uh, I think the biggest thing is, when you in college, everybody was as good as you wherever they're from, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So everyone from different areas were all the best player where they were from. So then we all get in the same little area, same little I say on the same field, it's just fun. You're just competing with the best every day in, day out. It's truly fun. But I think another big difference in high school is you had like every day, but like that wasn't too bad. It was like film during eighth period every day. But now you got three meetings, then you got practice, then you got more meetings later that day, and it just your whole schedule just expands throughout the whole day instead of just from 8 a.m. to like 3 p.m.
Hmm.
from 7 a.m. to like 8:30. So
It's a
I think
full
the
day.
schedule change. Yeah, the schedule change was one of the biggest things for sure.
Could you like just expanding on that? Like, could you like kind of talk us through? Because like I said, I know like last year kind of had its own difficulties and things
Yeah,
like that
yeah,
as a
yeah, for
team.
sure, for sure.
But what's it like? Because I know with us in high school, like we didn't. It was same coaches every year. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
same
saying? So it's like
coaches.
so now like what was it like last year to where you're right in the middle of a season, you're locked in with your coaches and everything, all of a sudden they're just like it's a big coaching change out of nowhere, and
Yeah,
obviously everyone knows the man that's there now, but like as that's the coach that recruited you, that's the man that recruited you, and like
hmm
so
yeah,
was it stressful? Was it harder like on the team? Did it make you guys like better? Do you think?
yeah.
Like where do you think that what
Um,
kind of effect do you think
I
that
think
had?
because I never been through a coaching change.
Hmm.
High school, I had the same coach for 4 years. So like, so right when a coach gets fired in the middle of the season, it's kind of like, oh, like
Yeah.
coaching change, much less middle of the season.
Hmm.
But I think, I think the team came together a little more just because like now we got to fight.
Hmm.
Like they don't
Yes,
count.
sir.
Like we just got to
Yes,
fight at
sir.
this point. But no, yeah, it was definitely tough. It was definitely tough. So
Yeah, bro. And also like because bro, it's easy for us to stand here at the end and after you've already done your rehab, you've already been injured,
hmm
things like that, and be like, oh, like and get the interview in now, but it's like no one was there, other than like those people that you've always known and that you've always been around, like your family was there, of course, and everything, and like the trainers and everything,
yeah,
but no one was really there through the healing process. And no one was,
yeah,
like no one really knew what was going on behind the scenes. So if you could just walk us
yeah,
through, because me personally, I've never torn an ACL, I've never torn my knee up.
yeah,
But I've had other injuries and things like that. But like from an ACL thing, like we hear it all the time with NFL players and everything, but no one really knows like what is it like what it takes to come back from an injury of that
yeah,
magnitude. So like what
yeah.
was the
So
journey
so
back
AC,
like?
so I think ACL injury is more of a mental thing than a physical thing. Because your whole lives, at least for me, my whole life was you tear your ACL, you done. Because like that's in the past, if you tear ACL, done.
Mhm.
But now with like modern surgery, they'll make your knee stronger. But the rehab process is tough because everything hurts. Straightening your leg hurts, bending your leg hurts, walking hurts. So just the repetitive, that's something you really got to put your mind to. And then
Mhm.
like, of course, when you got hurt, you be finding some stuff in your head, you be in some low points, but like you just gotta keep fighting. Because for me, at least, right when I tore it, my mindset just bad.
Mhm.
I wasn't thinking positive. I was like, fuck, like I'm hurt. I can't do anything. I can't play. And then recovering,
I
just
remember
like
that walk back to the locker room, man.
yeah, and then your whole mindset's like, am I gonna play football again? So it's really scary. But no, and I went to the doctors, of course,
Mhm.
and they're like, well, you surgery. We finna give you surgery, and then no, and then like I just remember after surgery, my knee was so swollen. It looked like a bowling ball. It was really swollen, really like really stiff. I
Hell
couldn't
nah.
I couldn't even like bend it a little bit. It was just
Hell
straight up
nah.
stiff. But then yeah, I just kept working. I just kept my faith in God at the end of the day because it hurts. It's supposed to hurt. So you
Mhm.
just gotta keep working on it. But yeah, I just kept my faith in God and just bonding to God's plan
Mhm.
and just said I'm just gonna do whatever it takes. Just keep working.
And so now does it feel like mentally and physically is like you're like connected back to where you want to be, and you
Yeah.
know what I'm
So
saying, like you're
like
doing what you want to do on
so
the
right when I
field?
got back, like right when I started like my running progression stuff, I was so scared because I knew how bad of a place I was in mentally when I was hurt, and I
Mhm.
didn't want to do it again. So I wasn't really trusting my leg. You feel
Yeah.
me? So then, but I kept working. I kept getting more confident. Like, okay, I'm good. Like,
Mhm.
I feel good. I feel normal again. So then I started like planning on it for 100%, cutting off 100%, and
Man.
and it was good. So then I just like my whole mindset just switched. I'm like, okay, I'm good. Like, I'm good. So
Mhm.
then Yeah, so that's why so like we're in the off season right now. That's why I'm so excited because I actually can get back to it. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah,
Because feeling mentally good about my leg, I can do all things.
yeah.
So I'm
Because
excited.
I mean, I know even Garrett could speak on this a little bit because he messed up his knee, playing the sport that he played and everything, and
That's completely different though. I'm a golfer, so it's not even like I have a
yeah.
cool
No, no, no,
story or
no,
anything.
no,
I
no, no,
just
no.
fucking
Of
slipped and
course,
then
of course, they're different injuries, but I'm just saying, I'm sure
yeah.
like, cause me, I've hurt my hand, I've hurt my shoulder, I've hurt my back, I've hurt my head, bro. Like all different types of things, but it's like I've never had my leg, bro. Like you need your leg to
Yeah.
do everything, especially in football,
Hmm.
and like so, me personally, and I know probably a lot of people at home, like it's just interesting to me because like I've never had to deal with that, so I
Yeah.
don't know what it takes to come back from that. I
Yeah.
don't know, the struggle that goes behind when you have literally your leg laid up. Like
Yeah. Like you can't walk,
it's crazy,
can't
bro.
run for
Those
Crazy.
crutches hurt like a
can't run for
freaking
5 months. It's tough.
those crutches suck too. Not a
Bro,
lot
they're
of people talk
awful.
about that. That's the worst. Those crutches will do it.
No, the crutches are terrible. That was terrible for sure.
No, bro. I remember because I remember coming like for I told you this too, Garrett. Like, bro, when Garrett or when Grant tore his ACL, I was literally like standing next to him. Like I was literally like I was on the sideline and like me being like Grant's my day one. So like to me, I'd always be looking for Grant. If he was on the field, I'd always be looking for him, and wanting to cheer for him or talking shit to his corner or whatever it was. And so like, so I'm watching this whole thing unfold, and you know, our quarterback, up the it was up the left sideline. Grant had like the lead on it, and then the ball kind of just hung in the air for a little too long, and then what you had to come back to it, right?
Yeah, I try like just high point it. I just step wrong.
And man,
And I could hear I heard the pop and like
That's the
I didn't know
worst feeling is when
so
you hear and feel the
I
pop.
heard it and it was loud too. It was like pop and I was just like, "Ooh!" I hit the ground. I was like, "Ooh, yeah, it is not good.
no,
It's not good."
I could tell because when he hit the ground, like bro, you could, and I think everybody could tell because our whole sideline it was quiet. Like our whole like
Yeah.
as soon as we saw, because like Grant said, like bro, everyone in D1 is the best where they come from. And
Hmm.
Grant was the exact same way. Like it was just known, where we live and everything.
He's the guy.
He was the best football player around, bro. And like I can talk about that going from eighth grade, all the way up to when we played senior year. So it's like man, I saw this man do some crazy things on the football field that nobody else, that I've never seen someone our age do. So it's like when that happened, bro, it was a big blow to the team, like, and even like coaches, you could just tell like after that, bro, the game was we were a lot more deflated, like morale was gone and
Yeah.
things like that after the game. Like he's gonna be humble about it, but obviously the impact speaks for itself. Like
Yeah.
he is where he is now because of that. And like I don't know, man. I got a lot of respect for you and what you've done with your knee and like all the mental toughness that you've had and everything, bro. Like I'm happy to see that. And I
I
know
got
one. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
got
Go
one
ahead.
thing I want to ask real quick. So, Grant, you played both ways in high school, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Because I remember when Kay first told me about you, he sent me a clip of you on defense of you absolutely just ragdolling this dude. I mean, I don't know when it was, but like, I mean, they do a little flip pass. He's about to get it. And then I mean, you threw him about 4 or 5 yards, just like it was nothing. Because Kay was like, he's nice at football. And I'm like, he's probably pretty good. And then I saw that, and it's just like a man amongst boys. It was,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I played safety too in high school.
does
So
that help
yeah.
you at all as a receiver? Like, I'm sure it has to, but
oh,
what has that kind of been like?
it definitely does for like coverage. You feel me? Like cover recognition, because I played safety, so like I knew what coverage I'd have been. I know what the cover is supposed to look like. So then playing like now in college, just playing receiver, I still have an idea. Okay, I see two high safety. It could be this or this. Okay, I see him rolling to the middle, just one high safety. It could be this or this now. So, just for me, just like I think it's helped me a lot, just like figuring out the defense. Because like if I didn't play, safety in high school, it'd be hard to like because defenses are so tricky.
Yeah,
how
I
they
mean,
how
you
they
could do a
disguise
hundred different
coverages,
things from the
one
same
high, two
formation.
high, yeah, like cover six and everything. So just playing like safety in high school really just gave me like just like the mindset, like okay, like I've seen this before. But I mean I get it's college, it's way harder in college, but like I know the basics, so I can
Hmm.
just only you feel me. So
So was
so like, and I know. Sorry to cut you off, Garrett.
no, you're good.
I know that you've told me like there's been times where I text you, I'm like, yo, like you're trying to do something, you're like, man, I got football school, cause like
oh
you're
yeah,
and you'll tell me that, cause
yeah,
it's like and I just want you to expand on like what exactly that means, because I know you've told
yeah.
me 1,000 times like, bro, high school and college playbooks is
Oh,
a
different.
whole
So
different
different,
level, and
so
like I
different.
know you've told me that you have coaches that coordinators and guys like that come from the NFL that are doing crazy stuff like
Yeah,
that. So like just talk about like the things that you've done so far to learn the things that you've learned and like get everything memorized, and then just like what that process was like, I guess.
yeah. So the college football playbook, crazy, crazy, and just the football knowledge. Like once you get to college, it just expands 100 times bigger than you really like you think you know about football. Because like coming into college, I'm like I know football. I know one high, two high. Cover one, cover two, cover three. I know like drops and stuff. But then like I got here and I started learning more. I was like, oh, like it really just elevated my game to a whole new level. In the playbook, just the route combinations, all the motions, the shifts, the formations. I just learned. I really just learned. My whole football knowledge and everything just expanded right when I got to college, and I'm blessed because if I know that if I knew that in high school, we would have been state champs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I'm just blessed. I just because it's tough for me, like learn that whole playbook. Because in high school we had like probably 100 plays,
Hmm.
and now we have way more, like more than 100 plays. I feel like so.
And then you got 100 checks for all those different plays.
Yeah,
It's so
exactly. And then you got
And then
exactly.
they and I know
And then
they
you got
probably you got to
change the
learn every
route,
position
every
too.
position.
Yeah, man.
Got change the route off the coverage. Some plays. So
I had a
yeah,
question kind of to tack on to Cade. So when you got hurt and then you graduated early, right? You
yeah,
graduated in the
yeah.
winter. So
I did graduate early.
with like was that kind of a time too, like once you got into a better mental spot, like after your injury where you couldn't like do a lot, was that something where you kind of used that to sharpen your mind with all that kind of stuff? Because I'm guessing you probably got access to some sort of playbook maybe by then
Yeah.
after you graduated. So was that
Oh
kind of
yeah.
something that you used to your not advantage? Because
Yeah.
I don't want to make it sound like an injury is a good thing, but like you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. No, but yeah, for sure. Cause graduate early was a big thing for me because I'm hurt and there's no football left. So it's just like your senior year, and like around here, there's a lot of distractions, a lot of bad stuff you could be getting into,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of distractions. So going to school early, like I think really just like focused me up a little bit more. Like getting away from all the high school stuff. Just focus on college. Focus on school. Focus on like my schedule. Focus on like the playbook, focus on rehab and all that kind of stuff. So I think it was really big for me to come early just so I can get a little head start for
Yeah.
sure.
And so and I've seen it on a small scale with you and everything, but I know that like, bro, I know once you got to see you, like what you got the blue check, you got like then all of a
That blue
sudden
check
you
on
got a
Instagram.
protein shake coming to hit you up to like promote you and stuff. So like tell me what that like from your perspective, being the kid that you were your whole life, and coming where you come from and like the circumstances that you come from, like what was it like really coming in and be like, damn bro, like I got people that are willing to pay me and do shit for me if I just post something,
Yeah.
like, or like what that mindset is with all the NIA and everything, like all that stuff.
Yeah. No, it's just a blessing. I came to college my first week. I got verified on Instagram. You know, that was crazy to me. I woke up. I checked my. I thought some memes got sent to me. I see the chat. I was like, "Oh my goodness!" I swear
I'm
I done jumped out of
verified,
bed so
yeah, bro.
fast. I done jumped out of bed so fast. That's a blessing though. Then with all this NIL stuff, I'm not really too worried about NIL right now because I'm just focused on you know
I call it
playing,
NIL. My
starting.
my bad, man.
I'm just more focused about football. I'm more focused on NFL than NIL
Yeah,
because I'm just focused on
I like that.
NFL.
That's good.
So I'm focused on NFL instead of NIL. So I'm just trying to I'm taking it step by step. I'm not trying to look too far ahead. I'm just trying to stay in the moment, just do what I can do today. That's what's been my mindset. Just do what I can do today, and then when today passes, do what I can do tomorrow, and just keep doing as much as I can do, how much work I can do in one day. And that keeps me like calm down because in the past I used to be like, okay, and blah blah blah, I got to do blah blah blah, and then blah blah blah, and it's just too much on the head.
It's just
So
one thing at a time,
so
though.
you got to take it one thing at a time, one day at a time. That's it.
Hmm.
So
What's it been like with that kind of like NIL stuff? Because that's been a big talking point, especially like across college football. And,
yeah,
with you guys now having like Deion, a head coach, like I'm sure, I don't know if it's been an instant sort of impact, but I mean, the market certainly increases for stuff like that. So have you seen like a direct effect by that, even if it's from your teammates or anything like that?
um, you know, I- I'm not sure how it is yet because we still on break. So,
Hmm.
but I'm sure it's about to blow up. I'm sure about yeah, I'm sure it's about to blow up. But I'm still not really focused on NIL stuff because I'm just trying to. No, I don't play football. I don't play football for the fame and
Yeah.
for the NIL and for the money. I just play it because makes me happy. It keeps my head straight on. It keeps me happy. So that's why I focus on football. But all this additional NIL stuff, that's just a blessing. That just adds on to it. That's not the main focus, but that's a
Sweetens the
blessing that
deal.
comes with it. That's a blessing that comes with it, and
Yeah.
and like that's the world we live in at the end of the day. So gotta be just blessings on top of blessings for sure.
And Garrett touched on it. But I know, and a lot of people, bro, a lot of people want to hear the insider perspective because a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people haven't been able to have the conversations that me and you have had off camera to where
Yeah.
it's like what is it like when at the beginning of this season, what I'm saying, literally like one of the best football players of all time, bro, is now your coach. Like what is that
Yeah.
presence? What was like I know he hasn't, been able to coach you that much and hasn't been there for very long, but just talk about like the initial impact that he had and
Yeah.
like what you felt the pre- that presence when he walked in the room, like what that was like for you and what you heard from teammates and things like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's Deion Sanders.
Yeah,
Like when you walk in the room, I'm like, okay, way bigger than I thought.
Yeah.
I was in shock because I've been watching. Everyone's been watching Dion
yeah.
doing
Oh yeah.
Dion do his Dion things forever. So then
Like that's prime,
like
bro.
that's prime time.
Like
That's
that's
one of the
Now he's a
greatest.
crazy.
kid
That's
since we little kids.
that's
Now he's
crazy, bro.
yeah.
Like that
So
is
I'm
crazy.
just I was shocked at first, but I'm just excited. All the because he brought a lot of competition. And that makes me
Yeah.
excited. I like just more competition. Like that's what I love. I get better every day. More competition. I can get better every day. I can get coached by one of the best players ever
Mhm.
to ever touch a football. So it's just blessing, man. I'm so excited just for everything going on.
Do
I'm
you
just blessed.
do you see or have you seen since he got there? Like, have you guys seen or maybe guys that were there last year or have been there for a while? Like, have you seen guys kind of like shy away from that
Oh
competition
yeah,
and get like
no, yeah,
scared of it and be like, I don't want these guys to come?
yeah,
And like also with all the competition that is coming and everything, like you just said you love competition, but like how does that excite you that you're gonna have like a lot of new teammates that
yeah,
are gonna be able to do like a lot of good things
yeah,
and the new system that's coming, or does that kind of at first was it kind of like, oh, what's going on, but now you're
yeah.
on track.
I mean, like, go back to the competition. Like, a bunch of dudes hit the portal right when
Hmm.
Deontay was coming and bringing all these
Instant.
guys instant. And for me, it's like I'm not really worried about competition never because like that's what the game is.
That's what makes you
Like
better.
the game is not go somewhere where you're the best player to play. The game is play competition, win games.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, and then a bunch of new teammates. I'm just excited. A bunch of new faces.
Hmm.
So Yeah, I mean, I can't. But like, at the end of the day, it's football.
And when so I know that the guys that are signing and everything right now, are they showing up soon or are they showing up like when the like
Like summertime.
summertime during the off season?
Um, I really don't know. I think a bunch of transfer portal dudes come January,
Okay,
and then the freshmen come summertime.
okay.
But I could like, but like nowadays, people come whenever. Like I don't even know if people
Okay,
come,
cool, cool, cool.
but I think most people are gonna come in January.
That's good. That's good. And I've heard just because I have people that work at CU and things that I've heard to where it's like, bro, last game y'all went from people barely even buying tickets to now it's like people are already buying
It's
season
sold out
tickets. Yeah,
already.
it's selling out.
Exactly.
Like
It's that prime time
bro,
effect.
like
That prime
that
time
that,
effect.
that thing like a lot of attention is coming your way and I know me and Garrett wanted to ask you what is your what are your like goals and dreams over the next couple of years of what you want to do with the rest of your life or after football or maybe there's not an after football and that's what you want to do but just like what's your view for yourself, what are your goals for yourself, like your
Yeah.
dream where
I
you see
mean,
yourself going.
my initial goal is winning football games. Because it's different. Because being a local kid, it's much bigger for me. I feel like
Hmm.
I could be wrong, but like for me, it's like this where I'm from.
Hmm.
We gotta win games and
Like you have that hometown pride, I
It
get
like
it.
means something
pride.
different to you.
It's pride and
Yeah.
so it's like it's not like okay we lost games but I'm gonna go home somewhere else. It's like damn like we lose games and I gotta be around the same people that was rooting for you that day and you lost. So it's like it's tough, but my goal is just to win football games. Play good.
Hmm.
Good grades. Like do
Yes
good in
sir.
school. So that's really my goal. Is just like I haven't really thought too long term because I'm just
Yes sir.
focused. I'm
Yes
focused
sir.
on the now, but
Of course.
just get my body right, keep staying healthy. Doing good in school, learn the playbook, learning more about defenses, learn more about offenses, learn more about schemes.
Hmm.
Just totally should learn a whole different perspective.
Yeah,
So yeah,
of
that's
course,
what.
bro. Yeah, no, and I mean, it's crazy, man. I've like as someone who I saw you when you was running people over in eighth
Yeah.
grade. Fun fact: he's the first one that pancaked me ever in football. He was the first one.
That's
We were
saying
in a
something
bro.
too.
Yeah, we were in an okay. We were in an Oklahoma drill. I remember this day so well. It was right after practice. It was like the third or fourth day of hitting. Right, it's after school, like everyone's hype. This is my guy, so I'm expecting like, okay, we're gonna line up in Oklahoma, and we're gonna give each other a good run, but he's not gonna embarrass me, right?
He's not gonna kill
So,
me.
so and me, I was really just starting to get my hunger for football, and I was really just starting to learn how you're supposed to tackle, how the game is supposed to be played. It's eighth grade, so it's like for me, I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I'm gonna hit him. Like I'm gonna just use my body because in eighth grade I was so much bigger than him and everything. Because I used to play defensive tackle and everything, and like so I was like, okay, I'm just run him over.
No
It'll be
sweat.
no
It's not
problem,
even an
right?
issue.
Like this is gonna be good, bro. I get up, I we hear the whistle blow. The whole team is like standing around because that's what we used to do for Oklahoma. Like everyone would just line up. So everyone is watching the two that are going, bro. I came high, and that's the problem was I came way too high when I came to hit him, bro. He got so low, and hit the absolute fuck out of me, and
Did
like,
he did he
and
flip
bro,
you?
I was just,
Did he flip
huh?
you?
No,
Nah, I
but
ain't do
he
all that.
Okay, that
trucked
would have
the
been
hell
bad.
out
That
of
would
me,
have been
bro.
real
Like
bad.
I got sat on my ass, bro, and the whole team was just like, "Damn, what the hell?" And I was just like, "Wow, bro." I thought we was cooler than
Hey, when
that.
it comes to that field, it's different mindset on that
Did
field.
you help him up too, Grant? Were you at least a little bit like respectfully disrespectful and
I
helped
don't
him
know.
up?
I might have been talking shit. I don't know. I don't remember.
Nah, bro, because bro, and he's what made me really start loving football or at least playing it because I've always loved watching it and talking about it and everything, but playing it, bro, like it's a lot better and it's a lot more fun when you get to play with people that you consider like your brothers, your family. You know what I'm saying? And like like I said, we've been together since seventh grade and everything. I seen him do some crazy shit. Like I remember first time bro, I've seen this fool literally run through a whole team, whole all 11 players, bro. Like it's crazy. Like the shit that he used to do in eighth grade, you would have. He was like one of those kids that you would see on like TikTok or like
Just
YouTube or on
juking.
YouTube, just juking, like trucking people and just like outrunning everyone, like just doing all different types of crazy stuff, bro. And then like, over high school, like, bro, I saw him do some crazy things. Like I my favorite play in high school, and I don't want to stick too long on this, but as someone who, I got the pleasure of being on the same team and watching him play from an outside perspective. Um, I think it's only right. I got to give my favorite play, but my favorite play, bro, that you ever made was I don't exactly remember who we were playing, bro. I think it might have been Castle Rock. I think it was Castle Rock, but you like it was like a little slant. It was like maybe a 10-yard slant. He's running the 10-yard slant from the right side of the field, runs a 10-yard slant, catches it off the slant, and then bro, he just cuts back this way, makes a guy miss, and then runs all the way across the field this way and goes up the field this way and for a touchdown. I'm like, bro, I've never seen somebody do some shit like that, especially at 6'3", 6'4". You know what I'm saying? Like
I
two
forgot
and
about
what
that. You're tall too.
like all
I
different
mean,
Yeah.
types of crazy stuff. Like
that's crazy.
I'm about like 6'3".
if we can, like obviously this is gonna come out and everything, and hopefully we want to draw as much attention to you as possible, but like definitely, bro, I'm definitely gonna be asking you off camera and stuff for highlights and things like that we can post on the
Oh
Instagram because
yeah.
we just what I'm saying, like bro, I think your talent like deserves to be a lot more showcased than what it
One
has been.
thing
We just want to draw a lot more attention to you.
For sure. For
too, I
sure.
want to like add on to that. Your attitude is crazy. Like, I mean, there's like for all like your accolades, you're a D1 athlete. Like, you are so freaking humble, and like that's just so impressive to me. Like, I don't know, like if you get enough credit for that alone, but like your attitude and like your work ethic, like you're gonna get to wherever you want to go with that, and it's nice. Like that's I don't know why I always like to see people's attitudes, and your attitude is like such a breath of fresh air. I feel like for a lot of like big time college athletes like you
Yeah.
are, like it's
I
just
mean,
that's awesome
I
to see
mean,
for me.
yeah. I mean, I'm just blessed. I know God gave me a gift and a plan. So, I'm just not trying to blow my head up and act like I'm way bigger than really is. I'm just blessed. I got the same old group I've been hanging with since before I had
Day
any of
one,
this.
man. Day one.
Before
Yeah.
I had like before I was in playing D1 football, before I was even playing like real football for like real, like like of course
Hmm.
I've been playing since a little kid, but like
Before it got to
but
be
like
big time.
but before it became a future for me.
And a lot of people, like we've seen it 1,000 times. I've personally seen it 1,000 times. Like, other people from our high school or other people that we've known, where they they have something even small. Like I'm not being arrogant about him or anything. I'm not saying that what these other people are doing isn't good, but like we've seen people do way smaller things than what he's doing and be a lot more arrogant and a lot more,
Yeah.
a
You
lot
would
more,
think they were doing the things that he was doing with the way
yeah,
that they talk.
a lot more chest,
Hmm.
a lot more chest puffed out than even he is. And it's like, bro, we've seen it so many times and heard it so many times. So we're like, there's a lot of people, bro, that get in positions like him, like he's been in, and I always have to tell people, like, bro, Grant, he's gonna, he stays loyal to the soil. He doesn't do, all that switching up stuff. And like I can really vouch for him when he says he's around the same people. He's around the same people. Of
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
course,
on the same group.
new people are gonna come in your life and be important to you and things like that. But it doesn't for him. I've seen it directly to where he doesn't have that oh, I'm too good for you now, or Hollywood mindset.
Yeah.
So
And I think also just I kept my circle small in high school because I knew the distractions. I mean, Lil Kale knows this. Like, there was a bunch of people from my high school that didn't make it because they got in trouble. There was a bunch of kids that got in trouble.
yeah,
So for
man.
me, and they were D1 players too. Like they were pretty good. They were good players, but they got in trouble. So just like coming up, just seeing all these people that had a gift, just throw it all away. Really kept my mind straight
Yeah.
and just you know like I say, God can give you a great gift, but just as fast He gave it to you, can take it away. So that's just always been my mind. Just stay humble, stay blessed. Just keep working hard.
Okay.
That's pretty much my mindset.
And I know we're wrapping up here soon and everything, and Garrett might have a few more questions for you, but I got one. I think that we should just kind of throw out there for some fun, man. I just want to get your just give me three, but give me three wide receivers that you watch either growing up or like you watch now that like inspired your game or inspire
Three
you to
receivers.
it could be college, maybe they never made it to the NFL, but just a receiver that you watch either growing up or now to where it's like that's what you model your game after or that motivates you to go out there and play better.
Yeah, I mean, I watch every receiver. College, NFL. Whenever I'm watching a random game, I'll be looking at receiver play because I feel like every player that's playing on the field on Saturday or Sundays, you gotta take something little
Yeah,
away
of
from that.
course, bro.
So, but like growing up, I'm from Denver, so one of my favorite was Demarius Thomas.
Okay.
DT. That was my favorite.
RIP,
Yeah,
RIP, bro.
RIP. And then who else? I like Jerry Judy too.
Jared
And
Judy,
another
okay.
Denver player. I just love how he runs routes and love how he does all that stuff. And then of course, I think I got J Jet.
Okay.
J
Yeah,
Jet.
okay, okay. Yeah.
He's running the game right now. I mean, I could say those are the receivers, but like
Yeah.
those three are the ones I really like. I try to take the little stuff away from them.
And do you think because those are all pretty big receivers, like all pretty like I'm talking about like size wise,
Yeah,
do you think
big.
that has kind of helped you play as like a taller receiver and a taller
Yeah,
body too?
because these like these short, fast dudes, I can't really.
Yeah, yeah.
These short little fast dudes, different little style of playing and like running routes and everything. But like watching these longer dudes like run routes and just seeing how they make it work. It's really just I sometimes get my notebook out and just take notes about that kind of stuff. So
Okay.
just see how they run routes and see how they make it work. But
For sure. Garrett, you have
I had a
like
couple.
like
I had a couple questions. So I just wanted to touch real quick one more thing on the like Dion kind of era that's coming in. So
mhm.
with you being a receiver, you're obviously in close relations with the quarterback. So, and I'm not trying to get you in trouble or talk shit about any of your teammates or anything, but how excited are you for Shadur Sanders to be coming in? Because I mean, he's a beast, and I'm not super familiar with all the Colorado quarterbacks, but what do you think he could bring to your team, like specifically?
I mean, I think he's gonna be a really good addition to our team, our program, everything. I see him throw a rock before. He can throw the rock.
Yeah.
He can throw that rock around. So I'm just excited. I'm just and like I said, there's a bunch of new faces. So I'm just excited. Because to be a good team, you gotta be close. You gotta be a close team to be a good team.
Yes, sir.
So I think if we all just start clicking right off the bat, keep working, get our timing right, get everything right,
Are you
it's gonna be
guys
really fun.
are other guys like good about that? Or because I know and the guys, especially our senior year, like I saw it so much to where seniors are bringing freshmen and sophomores and stuff under their arm
Yeah,
and teaching them a different way and bonding with them outside of the game, whether that means taking them home or going out to
yeah,
lunch as a team or whatever. Like,
yeah.
are you guys doing a lot of team bonding stuff, or do you have like team bonding stuff planned?
I'm not sure yet, but I think because for me, I think like just come out of high school, like the
Hmm.
closer the team was, the better we played.
Hmm.
So I think so. I don't know because we got a bunch of new players, new faces from all over the country. So we gonna see how it is for sure.
Okay, for sure.
We gonna see how it is.
I got one more question relating to quarterbacks. This is on an NFL scale, but if you do make it to the NFL, like who are your like if you could pick any like three quarterbacks that you would just be like, holy shit, I
Top
can't
three
believe I'm playing
QBs.
with them. But
Man,
like who like I guess kind of two-parter, like who are your top three favorites and then like who would you most want to play with if you made it to the NFL?
my favorite quarterbacks. I think Patrick Mahomes. Because I
Gotta
mean,
be one.
Yeah.
he's fun to watch. Like he's fun to watch. He makes crazy plays. He's fun to watch. And then who else? I gotta say Tom Brady. I'm a Denver fan, but
Yeah.
Tom Brady just I just he just wins. He
There's
just
still a good
wins.
chance he might be in the NFL too. Like God only knows. He's
Yeah.
45. Why
Who
not to
knows,
make it to
bro?
50?
He
Like
might like damn.
Nah, then my other favorite quarterback in the league right now. Um, I don't even know.
And maybe you know what I'm saying. I don't know, bro. Hey,
There's a lot of quarterbacks.
There's a lot of them. I was just curious.
so I mean, the
I don't know.
two is good. If you think of a third one,
Two is smooth.
you know what I'm
Two
saying.
is smooth.
We
I
can
mean, I like a
always
bunch
get-
of quarterbacks. Like I mean, knowing how hard it is to play quarterback, just in
Yeah.
general, any level, how hard it is to play quarterback, and then them playing on the highest stage you can play, man, they're all crazy good quarterbacks. You know, people might say that these quarterbacks aren't good, but they're playing the NFL.
At the end of the day, yeah. At
They're
the
playing
end of the day,
the
they're
NFL.
all
Yeah.
NFL, yeah.
They're playing against the best players in the world, not even the country anymore.
The
They're
world.
playing against the best players in the world. They playing against smart, they're just geniuses, I think, at the end of the day. But so I got a lot of respect for quarterbacks in general, just for having to know the whole offense, damn near knowing the whole defense.
They know everything. It's
and
freaky.
at the end of the day, being able to throw an accurate ball at the end of every play.
And they gotta direct it. They're the composer of the offense.
Yeah.
They gotta get you in positions to
Yeah,
succeed.
so-
And then they know every check for every player on the field for every however many hundreds
Crazy.
of plays it is. It's
and
wild.
they have to sit in the pocket while these 6'6" DNs
300-pound
are
monsters.
trying to take their head off. They got to stand there and throw an accurate ball. You know, I got so much respect for any quarterback, any level, honestly, any quarterback, because I just know how hard it is to really be in that position, having to run the whole offense, having to throw the ball, having to get hit. So I just got a lot of respect for every quarterback for sure.
Okay. Well, Garrett, do you have anything else?
I'm good. I just want to say thank you again. Like this,
Yeah, man.
it's been awesome.
We're gonna wrap it up here in a sec. But you know, for us, bro, like we love I'm just glad I got to sit down and hang out with you for a little bit.
Yeah,
You know,
for
I didn't
sure,
really feel
for
like
sure.
we were even on camera. It's
Yeah.
just like, just talking, bro. Like it's good to, know that you're good and see where your head is at and everything. And
For sure.
I know, I know me and Garrett are both very grateful for, taking your time especially
Yeah.
after a workout to come and sit with
Yeah.
us and everything. And
straight from work.
and talk with us and be on that grind and everything, bro. So we appreciate all that. But me and him also just wanted to give you an opportunity if there's anyone, obviously you don't got to shout out social medias or anything, but if there's anyone you want to shout out, anyone you just want to get their name out there, anyone that you're just grateful for, whatever.
Yeah. I'm grateful for my family. I'm thankful for everything they done for me growing up. Just sticking by my side and being there for me and being loving everything I need. So I shout out my family for sure.
For sure. Hey, that's a good one to shout out, man. So yeah, thank you again, bro. We appreciate you.
For sure.
That was
this
a
has been-
crispy ass dab, by the way. That was nice.
For sure.
This has been episode 26 of the Journeyman Sports Podcast with Grant Page as our guest here. Go follow him on Instagram.
Yeah.
Everything will be in the description.
Hey, Gray_page 23 on Instagram.
So go follow everything, his Instagram,
We'll put
anything
everything
that-
in there.
to help him out. It will be all be in the description. And we'll just send a lot of love his way, man.
Hell
Cause
Blessings.
yeah, man.
Blessings.
All right,
blessings.
all right. And yeah, so thank you. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and we are out.